and welcome to another episode of Just a Bit Outside. I'm your host, Steve Ely, and along with me, as always, my co-host, Wes Cook. How are you doing, buddy?
Man, I am good.
I
It
know.
is stream day for us.
It is stream day.
Right? To look into the camera.
I know.
We are making this thing happen today. Just, we getting bigger and better. So let's do the things we can, right?
That's right. They get to look at our ugly mugs now.
They do get to look at our ugly mugs. I mean, I look pretty good
Yeah.
though.
Oh, that shit-ass green.
But
whatever.
Nah, it's all good. But yeah, welcome to another episode. I guess for a bye week, I'm as high as I could be because we just beat the Cowboys.
You did beat the Cowboys
Yeah, damn right we did.
in a very good contested game, I thought.
No, it was. We got a little conservative there in the fourth quarter. That kind of threw us off a little bit.
Yeah, but you played fantastic in the red zone.
Oh, no, we did. Yeah.
Played fantastic.
Even in the last drive we did. So,
Yeah.
the Cowboys still suck. They can
Yeah, I know.
take it just like my boy Hassan. Let everybody know.
Well, you've let everybody know for months anyway.
We have. I will let them know. And I'll continue to let them know for the rest of the season. Fuck Dallas. So how's your week been, man?
Ah, good. Super
Yeah.
busy. Been doing
Good.
kid stuff.
Oh, well, yeah. That's how it always is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been extra busy with normal work, but it happens. It happens.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, good to hear. We've been sitting here watching college football all afternoon already. We just got into the 3:30 slate. Before we really get into the games that have happened and everything already, let's tell everybody what we did a little bit before 3:30. Something about the little parlay we put together. Anybody want to get in on this action? You could probably hit some of these live bets. I highly suggest it. I think we had, 2 night games in there anyway? So,
Yeah, there's a couple of night games in there.
all right, cool deal.
Couple of night games. I'm pulling it up right now. Kind of some weird picks.
They're different, but we felt good about them. And we're trying to make some money.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the only one's really floating right now. I think the Florida State game is on now.
That's correct, yes.
I think everything else, maybe Florida Atlantic is playing at the moment.
Well, tell them. What do we got?
Oh, let's see. We got Florida Atlantic minus 7.5 at home. I don't know who they're playing. I just have the sheet up for the moment for the bet.
Okay.
We also took the under in the Iowa game, as you probably should always.
Yes, of course. I mean, with the team that has a terrible offense, but one of the nation's best defenses.
Supposedly. But I'm still trying to figure out if it's really one of the best defenses or are they just not playing anybody.
I think we'll find out today, right?
We should.
Yeah.
We should.
Sure.
We should. After that, late game picks. We've got Washington minus 9.5.
Yes. Big fan of this one.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, with that one, we're talking about just 9.5. Oregon destroyed them.
I know.
Destroyed Utah.
I know.
And on the road. On the road. We're missing that. It's on the road. This one's in Washington. This one, this is the lock of the week in my mind.
I like this.
This
pick.
one's a lock. I feel like we should put more money on that game alone.
We probably should,
But the odds suck on it, so it's like,
I mean, I like that pick. Washington was my Pac-12 champion,
Yeah, no. I mean, that's
and it's looking pretty solid at the moment.
very, very solid, sir.
Looking very solid.
Yeah.
We also have the over in that game of 48.5. I kind of like it.
I mean, that was an obvious pick, right? Because Utah has proven they could put points on the board at times.
Yeah.
I don't think they put the 6 like they did against Oregon in that game.
No.
So I feel like we're going to do a lot better with this game.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way they only put up 6 against Washington. that was like their lowest output. And Oregon's defense isn't that good. I think it was just they were out of sync.
Yeah.
Everything went wrong for them in that game. They turned the ball over, I think, 3 times.
Yeah, something like that. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
When you turn the ball over more than once, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage.
That's a huge problem, you know? So I feel more comfortable about this one and covering the over for sure. Because Washington can do it by themselves.
Yeah. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. We actually tried to bet that one game this year already with Michigan.
Yeah, we did.
And we fell 3 points short.
We needed a field goal.
Just somebody to score a field goal. The other team to score a field goal. That's all we needed.
I do tell you what we need to happen is not another fucking Atlanta bullshit from last week.
Oh, God, dude.
So
that destroyed both of us.
Did we even talk about that bet on the pod last week?
No, we kind of just were throwing it together as we were doing it.
Yeah.
The next one is a game that's pretty close to my heart. North Carolina Duke.
Yes.
I'm a big North Carolina fan, but I will take double-digit points against them all day.
I mean, when they lose to the likes of Georgia Tech and Virginia,
yes,
you've got to.
Yes.
And when you get you just get a rivalry between two schools like this, you got to go that route.
Yeah. So I took Duke plus the 12.5.
No, I like it. No, this is a parlay we both went in on.
Yeah.
So we're pretty happy about these bets. These are the ones we suggest after digging in and kind of going through some stuff. But yeah, I feel
pretty comfortable with that one.
I'm confident with that one as well. That's another one of those locks, I would say. When you really dig into it,
Duke likes to run the ball. Carolina is not very good at stopping.
They'll slow it down. You're not going to there's going to be a lot of clock that comes off, so you're not going to have the opportunity to really do that. And before we go in anymore, I mean, and we've already said something before we came on the air, but these UCF jerseys suck.
Yeah, they're terrible.
What in the hell?
They are terrible.
So were we right when we said NASA?
I guess that's what's going on.
All right, so
they are atrocious.
If you're in with college football at all, or if you're in tune with it at all, a new team to the Big 12 this year is UCF. UCF is generally they're called the Golden Knights, right?
Yeah, it's usually black and gold unis.
So they're black and gold unis, white unis, whatever. They're at home and they are wearing light blue and red, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, light blue and black, or navy. They're way off their color scheme at all. So we saw an astronaut at some point. That could have just been something to throw us off. But maybe UCF is in Orlando. So it would make some kind of sense if it's a NASA theme thing. I don't know.
It could be a NASA theme, same with it, or more of like an Air Force theme based with NASA.
Yeah.
For like Veterans Day weekend or something like that. That's what I'm guessing.
It's got to have something to do with Veterans Day being today. So, and shout out to all our vets. Big appreciation to everybody that served and has given, their life, their time, and everything to protecting our freedoms.
Yes, sir.
So, before we go even farther, make sure we shout out to them today, especially on their day, as well as, yesterday was the Marines' birthday, or is it today?
It was
yesterday, right?
Yes, I think it was yesterday or Thursday.
Okay, yeah, but anyways, happy birthday to the Marines as well. Everybody that serves in any branch of the military for us, you are much appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah, I got to celebrate that birthday really nice with the Marines. I was actually on base.
Oh, yeah? Good.
Yeah.
Awesome. I like to hear it.
Yeah, they give those guys steak and lobster.
They deserve way more, but hey, that's not a bad start.
No, it wasn't a bad start.
I agree.
It was pretty good.
Yes, sir.
Pretty good. All right, back to these picks.
Yes.
The next one is a game that's actually currently going on, Florida State and Miami.
Why are we not watching that one? I got this bullshit on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to change this one.
We took Florida State minus 14.5.
Oh, actually, the other one that's on right now is
Washington,
Utah. That one we are very interested in. Let's go ahead and throw her on.
Yeah, let's throw that one on.
Yeah, that one's in the bet and it's in the mix.
Yeah. So, but we have Florida State again.
Okay.
Minus 14.5 at home
against Miami, who is awful.
They've had moments where they look okay, and
they look good, but there's other moments that they have the Carolina effect. Or, I mean, and not to be an asshole or anything, because Kentucky got their ass fucking handed to them by Bama today. And when they play a good team like Georgia, Alabama, they get their ass handed to them.
Yeah.
Home or away, doesn't matter. What we were looking for Kentucky today was a respectable game. Yeah, I'm not upset by any means. I just wish it was more respectable. You want to show me that Kentucky's moving in the right direction?
Don't get beat by almost 30.
Yeah, exactly. Don't get your ass destroyed the same way you did 10, 15 years ago by Nick Saban. Please quit. Yeah. Anyways, back to you.
All right. Then a really surprise pick. I still can't believe it is what it is. But it is.
Okay.
We have USC.
Yes, we do.
Plus 16. Plus 16.
But here's the thing. USC manages to be in every game but the Notre Dame game this year.
That's the only game they're not in.
But they've managed to be in every other one.
Yes, sir.
Now, they lose 4 in a row. They lose, but they still manage to be in it.
Yeah.
So that spread, way too high.
Way too high. Way too high. Because they can score.
Oh, Caleb Williams to score. And, I mean, especially when you talk about last week and all the criticism he's received from going to his mom out in the everything. I mean, I'm not a big fan of it when it comes to like a leadership role and like showing you're ready for the next level. But I get it. Like when you pour your heart and soul into something and then you just do everything you possibly can to make this at work, make this work, and you come up on the wrong end of W's 4 times in a row, and it's not necessarily your fault. That's going to suck. That's going to suck big. And I mean, I you know, in combination with all the other shit that he does and all the shit off the field, especially when it comes to the draft and you wanting, you know, a partial ownership in a team and things like that without doing anything on the field whatsoever. I'm not a fan, dude. I'm not. And it's easy to pour salt on the wound when you're dealing with a kid like this.
Well, and I mean, the spiral started right after you started making these like just crazy outlandish demands.
So no. I mean, what makes us not think that because you think you're better than you are, that this isn't contributing to what's happening out on the field?
He straight up struggled. I think people are also using this as like, you know, kind of like, hey, look, this is what he's saying. Let's go out here and show him what he really is. You know?
Yeah.
Using it as like,
I mean, no, it's
bulletin board stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely on the bulletin board for all these teams.
Yeah,
these
they're
teams
saying
are definitely out there doing that. Yeah.
He's not what it is. You know? I mean, I still think he's a good player. I think he can be. I think he just needs to focus. I think the focus is where he is lacking at the moment.
You know, the focus is definitely, it seems to be elsewhere. And that's why, you know, like I said, it makes it easier for us to say, this guy doesn't have his head on straight. This is hilarious. You've taken 4 L's in a row. I'm not concerned with how you're handling it. It doesn't bother me because you've already pissed me off to this extent with your actions.
You're over it already.
Yeah. Like, dude, this is funny to me. Fuck you, you know?
And yet we still put money on him tonight. So there we go.
Well, I mean, hey, the results are different. When we're talking about betting.
Yeah, I know.
All things are out the window.
I know.
You know?
I know. I mean, look at that.
I mean, we really should have thrown some money on Bama. I could have told you that was about to happen.
That would have been the only way to go.
Yeah.
It would have been the only way to go. Just like it's kind of like.
Oh, no. Kentucky's has not shown you anything that says we are going to beat one of the top 10 teams in the nation or be competitive with them at all this year. Once.
I really wanted to put some money on the plus 11 with Ole Miss, but that's still like so.
That one was tough. I think when we're at 8-leg parlay.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, 8 legs is good. When you get to 9, that's the one that fails you. And I know last week the 7 out of the 8 were successful for you.
I did 6 out of 7.
Oh, it was a 7-leg.
Yeah,
mine was a 5-leg, and I hit 4. But that fucking 5th leg killed me. And we had the same leg that killed us. I mean, you were poised to make Well, I want to say like 10 times as much as me with 2 extra legs. I mean, honestly, I should have gone the same route you did.
It was,
but
it was. I think it was like $16.90 or something.
Mine was going to pay out like $400
out for like $10 or something. It was.
I didn't trust the 2 picks that you were in on, and I think we talked about it on there when we were looking at it.
Which 2 was it?
Last week. I mean, we can pull it up, but it's not that necessary.
I was just curious which one it was. I've got a.
Oh man, you gonna maybe pull the thing up?
No, I got the pic. I got a picture of it. Just relax.
You got a picture of mine?
No, of mine. I'm just.
See,
curious
I don't have a picture of that one. Did I send it to you though?
No, I sent one out in the group chat.
Oh, see,
when you guys were being spicy. I'm like, the only reason I'm mad is because of this, and I sent it out. And the only game that was missed was the Atlanta one at that time.
I was excited and somewhat inebriated. This was last Sunday evening. Yeah. So, all right, let's go ahead and throw last Sunday. We did the pod.
We did.
I had a couple beers. Had a couple beers during the pod. And then at the end, you're like, you want to do a shot? Oh, shit. No, I do not want to do a shot, Steve.
Never. Never, ever do we want to do this.
So what do? I do a shot. Then I Uber my ass across town to a bar, watch the Birds beat the Cowboys with my boys. I probably have 6 or 7 beers during the game. There's a Dolphins fan there. He bought us a beer. There's a Cowboys fan that bought us any shot we want. I'm like, all right, well, what do y'all want to do? Bourbon? My boy Josh looks over. He's like, no, we're going to do Jaeger. I was like, Jaeger? He's like, man, that's what I usually do when, someone buys me a shot. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go with it. And I definitely regretted it because that was the blackout juice for you, boy.
The smell of Jaeger just makes me.
Well, yeah, you had reasons.
Cringe.
I'll still fucks with it.
Oh, it makes me cringe. But no, I'm just trying to figure out where your 5 leg. Which 2 right, did we miss?
Well, mine might have been 4 leg. Let me find it. I'm pulling it up. I got to go to transactions. Transactions.
Well,
in the last 7 days, here it is. Oh, I also missed the one. I had another one. It was a cheap bet anyway, but. It was Nico Collins, Scary Terry, A.J. Brown, Devontae Adams, all over 69.5 yards receiving last week. Thank you, Devontae Adams and the Raiders. Really fucked me. But anyways, it was
they won that.
It was a 5-leg parlay.
All right.
Had the Browns minus 13.
I had that one.
Baltimore Ravens minus 6.
I didn't play that one.
You didn't?
Nope.
Okay, well, they clearly had that one. Tampa Bay plus 3.
I had that one.
Okay. Falcons minus 3.5.
Yep.
Fuck Josh Dobbs.
Yep.
And the Colts minus 1.5.
Yep, I had that one.
Yeah.
The ones I played that you didn't play is I took Green Bay minus 3.5.
Yeah, that was stupid.
I took Washington plus 3.
But I mean, Green Bay still covered, right? Yeah, they barely lost. Yeah. They lost by 2. Yeah.
No, Green Bay won.
Green Bay won last week?
Yep.
See, I lost connection to everything.
Yep. But I took the Commanders plus 3.
You made me do a shot last week, and I was only focused on one game. My fantasy football team won. It's the only Dak Prescott that won last week.
Right. I took the Raiders minus 1.5.
That was a good one.
I took that one, and I took Cincinnati minus 1.5.
That was a good one. I think the Raiders and Cincinnati were the ones. I mean, we can go back and listen to the damn thing and try to figure it out, but I'm not going to worry about that. But I think those were the 2 I didn't want to fuck with.
Well, yeah, I wanted to fuck with.
You did. No. I mean, it really came down to fucking Atlanta screwing everybody. Atlanta screwed everybody when they should have just handled business. But you let Josh Dobbs run down the field on you and win it at the end of the game.
How does that happen? Bullshit. They had him on 4th and 10. They had him for a sack. Had him, and he gets away and runs for 22 yards.
Oh, man. This is so... Oh, God. I'm still pissed off about it because of how much money we lost because of that. And it's bad beats, man. Bad beats.
Well, I had that same game in a 3-leg too.
Well, I mean, that killed your 3-leg, that killed your 7-leg, and then
Luckily, I had that third 3-leg sitting there, and I still ended up plus for the weekend. Thank God.
Yeah. All right. Well, back to the games at hand. Michigan handled Penn State today.
Oh,
we watched that one.
Penn State did get a late touchdown, but it was too late.
Oh, that was way late.
Yeah.
They didn't convert the 2-point conversion, so they were still down 2 possessions.
Yep.
They didn't convert the 2-point conversion earlier in the game that would have put them down 3.
Yep.
So their quarterback play is the reason
They're
are
terrible.
so awful on offense. I mean, he completed 35% of his passes today for like 60 yards. He was awful.
I'm gonna pull it up just because it was
Awful.
it was atrocious.
And I mean, don't take anything away from these defenses, but I don't care. When you're playing at a top 10 school, which Penn State is, they were number 10 in the nation, or number 8. Was it 10 or 8? Can't remember.
They were
They
number
were
10.
they were top 10.
They were number 10.
And then they're playing Michigan, who's a top 3 school. Number 2, right?
Yes.
Okay. So
Number 3.
number 3. Okay, excuse me. Oh, yeah, because you got Ohio State, Georgia, Michigan,
And
Florida State.
Florida State. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
He ended up with a whopping 10 of 22.
Oh, okay. So he almost got to 50%. So
For 70
improved.
yards.
He improved in the second half.
For 70 yards.
70 yards passing in a game is atrocious for any school.
Yeah, but you say that McCarthy on the other side only had 60.
Well, they had a game plan, and I think that was it. They knew they could run the ball well here,
Yeah.
and so they limited the passing. Well, he still threw for, 60%?
He was 7 of 8 for 60 yards.
Oh, even better. Okay, I thought he was like 7 to 10. But
No. No, they just said that we're just going to pound the ball down your throat and
yeah,
eat clock
slow
up.
the game down. Our defense can handle it. We'll be just fine, and that's what you got.
They had a drive in I think the third quarter where they ate up 10 minutes or something like that. Ridiculous.
That's a good run. Yeah. All right, so we already talked about the Kentucky game. Alabama beat the shit out of them. All right, to the next one.
It was an 8-minute drive. 13 plays, 8 minutes
13 plays, 8 minutes. Wow, that's awesome.
for only 45 yards.
That's all it takes.
Jesus.
Oh, there's the game we were talking about betting. Georgia's a 10.5-point favorite over Ole Miss at home.
We could have got 11. It was 11.
It was 11.
So it dropped.
Half a point. See, now it's like, do we add that one? We could add that one. That'd be good. But no, I'm good. I'm good with where we're at. See, of course, in the Michigan game, Jim Harbaugh was out.
Yeah.
He was suspended, which is bullshit. I think it's straight trash. Right?
Yeah.
What the fuck? I don't care. We want points, right? We bet the over in this game.
We bet the over, but we also took Washington minus 14 too. So
Oh, I know. That's fine. This is still plenty. Florida State's up 7-0 on Miami. That's good. It's looking in the right direction.
oh no, we took 9 minus Washington minus 9.5. Okay.
Oh yeah, we're good.
Yeah, we're good. It's
We're
too
good
early.
here. Yeah, no, keep putting points on the board. I don't want to see any defense in this game. I just want to make sure Washington wins by 9.5 points.
Yeah.
Or make it 10 in this matter, right?
I would be completely fine. You know, we talked about crazy over under stuff like that.
Yeah.
The Iowa under is ridiculous. Over under 27.5 points.
Lowest over under ever, I think, right?
It
Because
is.
last week was the previous one.
Yeah, 29.5.
And then
27
and they were under that game.
27.
27.5, right?
Yeah.
Was that it?
Yeah, we bet it.
Good. Yeah, we're going under. Because I was not good.
No, their offense is bad.
Their offense is awful.
Yeah, the sad part is he's going to be firing his offensive coordinator at the end of the year.
That's his son.
And it's his son. Because he has a clause in his contract that he has to average 25 points a game.
That's a clause in it? Oh, shit. Yeah, he's definitely being
He fired.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can go ahead and be like at Thanksgiving dinner, sorry, son, it's just not working out.
Unless we see something drastically change. But I
Oh, there's a Utah touchdown. All right. Yeah. Keep the points up. It's all right.
rolling. We're good. We're
I'm
good.
fine
It's
with
still
that.
early.
Very early. I just need Washington to pull away. A couple turnovers and just keep scoring. Everything will be fine.
Yeah.
But Iowa's offensive coordinator is probably going to be fired.
Yeah. It's just, imagine your dad just firing you.
Yeah, no. My dad would have no issue with it. He'd be like, man, you suck.
You
Get outta
suck. You're
here.
fired.
My dad would be like, listen.
I met
I'm
your
not
dad.
even
Your
gonna say
dad's 100% true. He would do that.
Yeah, he would. Yeah. My dad's used to be like, It's not working out, man.
This
I'm
ain't
not
working.
going to tell you, but like, you don't work here anymore. You're not employed. Oh, okay. Give me your keys. Fuck.
You no longer have this job.
Yeah. But see, my dad will hold me to a higher standard than anybody else too. So it's a lot different.
You'd have like a 30-point a game clause.
yeah,
yours,
no, yeah. It would be way different.
and you'd be scoring 29.5. Bro, you ain't scoring your 30 points. You're out.
He'd have a clause in there like at least one of our offensive players needs to be drafted by the Birds. You're like, man, fuck. How am I supposed to guarantee that?
Well, or just have one guy end up on the Birds. Then you could technically have Tennessee and the Eagles draft him, and still end up there.
Yeah, be like, listen, man, this is going to happen eventually. They're gonna get him ready for about 2 or 3 years. Then he'll be on the Birds.
That's
so
what
you can
they're
cheer
doing.
for him, and we'll give him a big old contract for it, and everything will work out fine.
That's what you guys have turned the Titans into, is your farm system.
I'm fine with it. That works.
I mean, Jesus, dude. I still to this day don't understand the AJ Brown thing at all. I don't get it at all.
Oh, we've talked about it on numerous occasions. It doesn't make a lick of sense whatsoever.
Yeah, we're gonna let one of the best wide receivers walk. We're gonna trade him for a first-round draft pick because we don't want to pay him.
But then we're gonna pay an aging DeAndre Hopkins for almost the same money.
Yeah,
and look at us, we're retarded. I mean, retarded is the wrong word to use after the shit that happened to ESPN, but you know what I mean.
It is what it is. It's just dumb.
Oh,
100% dumb. But anyway, what else we got going on?
All right, so night games, Carolina and Duke.
Yep.
Carolina, we've already talked about. They've had a just awful season after the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. Losing to a terrible Virginia team and then turning around and losing to the team I'm pretty sure I said would beat them in the first place.
You did say that was a trap game for you.
And it was god awful.
Yeah.
They gave up, between those two games, they gave up almost 600 yards on the ground.
Oh. Duke can run the ball, so I'm feeling really good about this pick.
That's why I'm all over it.
Yeah, we're good here.
That's the only reason I'm on it.
Ooh, it is a really good idea we didn't bet that Kansas State Baylor game.
How about
2 minutes into the second quarter?
Mm-hmm.
2 minutes into the second quarter, Kansas State 35-7.
Ooh.
2 minutes into the second quarter, they have
35.
5 touchdowns.
There's 13 minutes left in the
13
second.
minutes.
Ooh.
That means in fucking 17 minutes they have 5 touchdowns.
Ooh. That is bad.
Baylor is awful. How they won 3 games is beyond me. Sorry, not to get away from that, but I just saw that. I was like,
schedule.
Does that say the second? I'm like, I'm going blind or something.
It's probably their non-conference schedule.
Fourth. That has to say fourth. Anyways, back to that. Duke runs the ball extremely well.
They do.
That is Carolina's weakness. That's why we take the 12.5 that Duke is receiving in this game.
Yes, sir.
So I like it. We're hoping the parlay hits. We will buy you a beer the next time we see you out of the bar. If it hits.
I like it.
But yeah, let's hop into it. Arizona and Colorado are tied at 24 apiece with 12 minutes left in the third.
The thing about Colorado that gets me is the hype train jumped on it, and I still think they're moving in the right direction.
Hey, the fact that they're 4-5 after winning one game last
They
year.
were one of the worst teams in all of college football last year. Like, worst. And in the games they've lost, other than the Oregon game,
right?
I think they've kind of been it. It ain't like they're just getting shellacked all over the place. They just can't stop anybody on defense. Their offense is pretty good. Their defense is atrocious.
Mm-hmm.
So it goes back to that we have to score 45 points because our defense is going to give up 42.
Well, yeah, no, I mean that's the same shit that you're seeing with anywhere really and I know we're still talking about the Pac-2 or whatever, but you talk about like with Oregon, talking about with Washington, even Utah, and Utah is supposed to have a decent defense.
Yeah, they all give up points.
They give up points left and right, and I mean, this is old Big 12 football we're talking about. Now it's all of a sudden the Pac-2 is like, oh, we have a lot of good offenses.
Oh my God, dude, this is beautiful.
Oh, Washington, Utah, 7-7 right now.
What?
But I'm watching.
They're going to replay. This is beautiful touch.
Beat him. Oh, and he's being held the whole time. They didn't give him a flag for that?
Nope.
I mean, he still caught the ball, which is awesome. But, I mean, it just shows that you can be cheating and still get beat like that.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's his 35th reception over 10 yards this year. All right. Yeah,
what's sad is that just ties him for 8th in that category, though.
But Penix is killing it.
Dude, that's your Heisman Trophy winner.
Yeah, so far.
That's your Heisman Trophy winner, barring something crazy.
It's Penix, right? Not Penix?
Yep. Michael Penix.
It is Penix?
I'm pretty sure it's Penix.
Well, do you remember?
I hope it's not Penix.
Well, that's what I thought.
I would hope not.
Because I say that, and it's only because was it Desmond Howard that there's a video out of him?
Saying what? Or doing what?
Shit. God, man. I don't even know how to put this on the stream because everybody that's on the stream needs to see it, in which we have quite a few people streaming along with us. That's pretty awesome. I'd like to see that. Thank you. Much appreciated.
We got a few viewers.
Yeah, man.
I like it.
It's good
Thanks,
shit.
guys.
What do we do?
But
is that your computer? Yeah, you're on ESPN. Look at that. This shit's going off on the stream. Good job there, Steve. Good job, Steve. Got advertisements playing in the background and shit. We're not even getting paid for it. Turn it back over. Jesus, man. If shit's going to fail, it's going to fail now. There we go. Because remember, I told you, ESPN will always fuck with you like that. You got to mute the whole computer.
That's what I was doing.
You were trying to. And you failed.
It wasn't letting me mute.
Yeah. It's all good. No problem. We killing.
It's every week with us, though.
Is it not?
It's every week. It's one of us.
Yes.
Every week.
Yeah. It's usually me. So.
It is usually you.
Yeah, so we'll roll with it.
I'm usually muted. I don't even know why, because
Yeah, Kent State got the ball back, 35-7. 6.5 minutes to go there in the second. Florida State's up 7-0 on Miami in the first quarter. That's going. That's going in our way. We like that. As we're watching Washington, Utah's on 7-7.
Yep.
Here we go. Missouri, Tennessee is that 3:30 game we did not talk about. This was one we didn't want to touch with a fucking 10-foot pole when it came to betting.
No, I didn't. I think it was Tennessee minus 1.5.
Yeah, it was 1.5. Yeah, and they're on the road at Missouri. Missouri is now up 3-0 in the second quarter. They just hit a field goal.
Who honestly is a shocking surprise to me. How good Missouri is.
No, they've come out of left field for sure.
Like
I did not expect them to be this good.
No.
But the thing is, I've watched them in person.
You did get them in person.
And they did come back. They were down 14-0 early against Kentucky. It was like, we're cruising. But that was the turning point of Missouri's season. It's like they did it in game. They did it within the game. They turned into a top 25 team.
Top 15?
Well, yeah, they're 14 in the nation right now, and Tennessee's 13. They're one spot ahead of them. This is the path you expected Kentucky to kind of be on, to be that 7-2 team, not the 6-4 team that they are now. But that's where you expected Kentucky to be.
You guys lost 4 straight?
No, we beat Mississippi State last week.
Okay.
Yep.
So you're 4 out of the last 5.
Lost to Missouri.
Tennessee. Bama today.
Bama.
Georgia. And then the win against Mississippi State.
Yeah. So they've lost 4 or 5.
Yeah, that's a brutal stretch, though.
It is.
Honestly,
I mean, Missouri wasn't supposed to be part of the brutal part of it, but it ended up being that way.
But I mean, you essentially lost to 4 ranked teams.
Oh, sure. But if you want to be a team that says, hey, I'm a competitive team within
you got to win
SEC,
one of those.
SEC.
You got to win 1 or 2 of them.
I mean, you should be 3 of 5, not 1 of 5.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You want to say you're proving your worth here, and you're proving you're in the right direction of being a SEC championship contender. And right now, yeah, Georgia's on this streak, and Georgia is hot commodity and everything, but be competitive with them. And right now, taking L's by 40 and taking L's by 30 against the two best teams in the conference is not ways of proving to me that I should be bought in as a fan. I still will be because I'm a dedicated guy, but we're talking about the casual people, the people that you want to bring back in. And these are the people who fill the seats and make them sell out crowds every single game. So when you don't have those fans, that's when you're missing 5 to 10,000 seats that are empty every game. Those are the guys you want back in those seats, and then you want to make your ticket a hot commodity that everybody's there.
Yeah, but it's SEC football. Their stadium's going to be full every week.
Well, because that's when you start selling off to the opposing fans, because every opposing fan, maybe outside of Vandy and South Carolina, travel well.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's not fair. South Carolina travels well.
They travel.
They travel well, too. Their team sucks. But, I mean, who would want to pull for Shane Beamer? That guy's a fucking reject, for sure.
I mean, we can't all be Kirby Smarts and Nick Sabans and Lane Kiffins. And
I mean, personality-wise, I'm not saying about what he does on the field.
He's not a very, like...
He's not a likable dude at all.
Nah.
But I don't like Shane Beamer at all. He's like he tries too hard to be...
Does he something where Florida is going to move on from Billy Napier this year?
It wouldn't surprise me.
I think I saw that.
This is year 2, right?
I think I saw something like that.
No, it would surprise me.
Guess what name has been linked already?
Why are we not watching this game again? I know. We'll go back to this. UCF's up 14-0 on Oklahoma State.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Into the first quarter. Anyways, continue.
But no, I saw something about that, and then the first name that popped up as like a potential candidate
is do not say Urban Meyer.
Not Urban Meyer at all.
Okay.
But Deion Sanders
at Florida. I don't think he'd do it.
I don't think he'd do Florida though. I think that would be hard for him.
Yeah, no, I don't think.
Even though I don't think he had loyalty like that.
He surely doesn't, but I mean, it's still Florida State, Florida. I think he's drawn a line somewhere, right? Like,
yeah, but we're looking at
2 different conferences.
Let's look at potential money. Let's look at potential recruiting.
Yeah, you're talking about a hot bet, but the thing, he's already got the recruiting thing, I think, on lock.
No, I think he's fine.
He's got a top 10 class coming in next year.
NIL has changed football.
And Colorado has money.
They do.
There's not a question about, which is weird. They're the biggest school in the state, and they have the biggest following in the state. So they're going to be fine. Is it ideal for him? Not exactly, but I don't think he gives it 1 year and bounces.
I don't think he does either. I think he builds something.
I think he tries to
or attempts to build
rotate it into something that's better than what he got it as.
Yeah, I mean, he's already done that.
Well, yeah, of course. But when he leaves, does it go right back to it, or does he build a stable foundation for the next guy that comes in so it's not back to that level as soon as he leaves? Because when he leaves after 1 year, I mean, you have all this interest that peaks, and then all the interest is gone. Everybody that bought all those Colorado hoodies and T-shirts and everything else and bought into this program, even the most casual of casual fans are Colorado Buffalo fans at this point because Deion's there.
Well, look what he did as far as their spring game. It was the first time their spring game had ever sold out.
Sure, but ever. Why would you not want to go see what that spectacle is? I would, as I throw the mic right into my face.
If it wasn't cold as hell there during the winter.
Well, yeah, but that's the spring game. I'm fine with the spring game. But right now, it's probably snowing. Like, fuck that.
Ain't probably.
It is. Yeah. They have a home game. Today. They did, didn't they? It's probably snowing in that motherfucker right now.
I don't know.
Arizona's hating it. Arizona's like, where's the sun? All right. Anyways, still 3-0 Missouri over Tennessee. Tennessee does have the ball at Mizzou's 46, 3rd and 9. We talked about UCF up 14-0. They had the ball in the second quarter.
The other
over
game we
State.
should be interested in right now is the Iowa-Rutgers game.
In the first quarter, 0-0. Let's go. That is in the right direction. I love it. Let's go.
I love it.
That's perfect.
That's
exactly
so-
what we're looking for. Exactly what we're looking for.
I saw it. It is. Let's just, rest of the year, we're just going to bet the under on all the Iowa games.
It's a good idea.
Until they
it's
play in
hitting.
the Big Ten championship game. And then we'll take the over.
Yep. Rutgers is at 4th and 8 on the Iowa 44. That's a punt. Perfect. And on to the 5:30. One game in the 5:30 amongst the top 25. Oregon State or Stanford at Oregon State. We take this one or we stay away?
We stayed away from it.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Oregon State's a 21.5-point favorite at home against Stanford. Stanford's not great this year.
Well,
we know that.
You know me, though. I like those. I take a deep, long look at those lot of point games.
Well, yeah, we got to start looking at their point output. We got to start looking at their opponent's output, who they played, how did that go, what are their strengths, what are the weaknesses of the other teams. I mean, we put a lot of time and invest a lot of time into our bets. These aren't just on the wing. It seems like it's on the wing with us, or when we say it right here.
Yeah. But no, we think about it. We look into it.
Yeah,
we do a little research.
There's a little bit of research behind these things before we start doing that, just so people understand. Like, we're not trying to just pretend we know anything about it.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think Oregon State's clearly going to take this one at home. Top 15 team in the league, 7-2. Still an outside chance of winning the Pac-2. So,
you think Dabo wishes he had that guy back
this year? Oh yeah. I can't pronounce his name.
It's DJ U something.
Lagalele.
Yeah, whatever it is.
No, he's mad he transferred. I know it.
Oh, he's got to be. Well,
He
he told
doesn't like
him the other guy was better, and guess what? He has not been. It's better.
Not better. No. I mean, this further proves that Dabo Swinney's so out of touch with today's football that he's going to get fired after taking that program to heights it hadn't seen.
I still think he's got another year or two.
Oh, I'm not
before
saying
they consider
I'm
firing.
not saying he's going to get fired this year. No. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying he's on his way out. It's going to happen
he doesn't
if
make
he
a
doesn't
change.
adapt.
He
You
doesn't
have to adapt. Hey, guess what? You're the only coach that's saying fuck transfers, fuck participating in this, doing that. I've talked about this before.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
It is dumb. You're missing out on talent.
You got to let your guys walk. You got to be a player's coach. You can't tell people they got to stick around. You can expect loyalty. You can tell them you expect them to stick around. You can expect them to be loyal to Clemson. You expect them to, play it out regardless of if it goes in their favor or not, and be a team player and all this jazz, whatever. But at the same time, you're also going to be like, I understand you're not getting the shot here. You're not reaching the potential that you were hoping to. I haven't put you in a position to be as successful as you wanted to be because of the talent around you.
Yeah.
So please go. And you can go wherever you want. That's what makes a coach successful.
Yeah,
Especially with this generation of kids.
That's so
Need instant gratification.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. You're talking about instant gratification. You've been seeing the stuff where Arch Manning is already talking. There's rumors circulating about him transferring and stuff already.
But why?
Because he's not getting playing time.
We knew he wasn't coming into the year. Ewers was the starter.
Yeah, but
we knew it when he signed.
Ewers is hurt.
Wait, hold on. What am I missing?
Ewers is hurt, and they're starting somebody else.
Oh, hold on. I missed this?
Yes.
Okay, I'm way out of touch. See, it's been a minute. Did not know this. How long has he been out? Don't tell me more than a week.
A couple weeks.
Oh, fuck. All right, that's on me.
Couple weeks.
We run a podcast, and here I am staying out of touch like that. Fuck.
Hey, I'm the same way, man. I do the same thing with baseball. Like, you carried us through the summer.
I will carry us. I will do it again this summer, too.
Because, it's hard. Like, when your season ends in, April.
I get it.
When it ends in April, you don't care anymore.
Yours was hanging on in May.
Barely. Barely. We were only 15 games.
Oh, shit. Oh shit! No.
We were only 15 games out of the Braves in May.
Right. That's true.
But
We were at the end of the year. And beat them in the playoffs. Just to rub that one in.
I saw that. Oh, that's good defense.
Yeah, it was. It was very good D. The night game that is of the most interest to everybody is going to be Ole Miss at Georgia. Georgia is currently a 10.5 point favorite. Holy shit. That is a high number.
We could have got it at 11. It was 11.
I don't want 11. 10.5 is better. I'm taking Georgia in this game.
I would rather take Ole Miss in the 11.
You think so?
Ole Miss can score. I'm not saying
because their rushing attack is great, but the whole thing is Georgia's really good against the run.
They can throw the ball too. Jackson Dart is a good quarterback.
No, I got it, but I mean when Beck is out doing you,
yeah, but
Beck has nothing on him that makes me say he's more than a frat dude, right? Like I see this dude like charging like 12 beers every Friday night in his frat party, and he's like trying to beg a girl to go upstairs with him. You know, that's what I see when I see.
Well, when you look at him, he looks like he's like 17.
I know, that's what I'm saying. My man is charged 12 beers. He gives you dead face. He's like, "Yo, what's up, girl? You wanna go upstairs?" That's what I get out of that kid.
He looks like sometimes I think he's missing a chromosome.
Fucking A, bro.
I'm just saying. Sometimes that's the look I see. Sometimes it's the look I see. And then he goes out there and, destroys teams. I'm just like, what is going on?
Oh, God, I've never even thought of that. Oh, that's good, though.
Sorry, I'm not trying to offend. It just.
Oh, man.
And for those who don't know, I worked in a comedy club for like years. So,
but I'm just saying the fact that we have video now, so now we got highlights of the episodes that we put up. Shit's in.
Is that going to be the one?
Yeah. All right. But no. So I watched this cool thing about Judkins today. You know, he skateboarded like throughout high school and shit.
Really?
Yeah, he's a skateboarder in Mississippi.
That's an odd place to be.
Or was it about? No, it's Alabama. I think he's from Alabama.
That's an odd place to be wanting to be a skateboarder.
Yeah. He thought he was going to be a professional skateboarder until like early in his high school career, and he realized he could play at a collegiate level.
And
he's like
he had to put it down.
He's a skater dude, man. Yeah, he's.
I'm a fan of skater dudes. That's what I wanted to be when I was like 13 or 14 years old.
Yeah, I did a little bit more surfing at that time. I could never really get skating. I wasn't good at it. My older brothers were. Me, on the other hand, no surfing. I grew up around the beach, so it was a lot. It was a lot different. I mean, there's still a lot of skater kids around here, but surfing was more my thing. I adapted to that, being in the water and stuff. But like I said, Judkins is a skater dude. He's all about skating. He's got skate videos and shit out.
That's cool.
It's awesome. Yeah,
I'm good with that.
SEC Nation was in Lexington today, so I watched that this morning.
And
they covered Judkins on that, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, give me Georgia. I just don't know if they cover 10.5 or 11 points. So right now that line's at 10.5. The over under is 58.5. Not touching the over under in that one because Ole Miss is all about offense.
That's what I'm saying. I think if you're going to bet that, you're going to bet the over.
You have to, right?
You're going to bet the over.
Yeah. West Virginia travels to Oklahoma. Oklahoma, after beating Texas, has lost 2 games they should not have. Oklahoma shot themselves in the foot and took them out of the title race.
He did.
Yeah. Awful. Oklahoma's going to probably take this one, although they have proven they can lose to teams like West Virginia. West Virginia is 6-3, but they are 12.5 point dogs in this game.
Why didn't we consider that 12.5?
Yeah, I think I've taken West Virginia with the 12.5. That's a bet to take today, boys.
I don't know why we didn't take that one.
No, I think we overlooked this one. It's on Fox at 7. Yeah, give me West Virginia and 12.5 points for sure. Especially with the form that Oklahoma's been in recently, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, West Virginia plus 12.5. Take it to the bank. 7:30, Michigan State at Ohio State. This one looks ridiculous. 32.5 point favorites are the Buckeyes here.
You know how I feel about those big ones. Like, I kind of like that one.
Yeah, no, I mean, you want to take Michigan State here. We talked about it. We stayed away from it. Yeah. No, I mean, Michigan State giving 32 or receiving 32.5. Yes.
No, that's in
the wrong direction. It's still early.
I mean, it's still early. But that's not what we want to see.
Utah up 13-10 right now, but Washington had to settle for a field goal on the last drive just because of a drop pass. So I'm not too upset.
Yeah, I'm not upset yet.
Okay.
It's still early.
Yeah. I would like to see their defense do a little something at this point, considering Utah has already scored more points against Washington than they did against Oregon. So that's concerning.
I think Ewers is coming back today, too, by the way.
Oh, good. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah. That's why the line is 12 points for Texas over TCU on the road. TCU at home is receiving 12 points. Over under is 55.5. Give me Texas with 12 points. I'm probably buy another few, actually. TCU is bad. SEC night game. Florida travels to Death Valley. LSU given 15.
Given 15.
Yep. 67.5 is the over-under here because we know the defenses of both of these squads
are not very good.
They're bad, man. They're bad.
Well, that's Brian Kelly.
I'm just telling you, Florida fucking lost to Kentucky, so that's all you gotta tell me. LSU is gonna take this one. Why didn't I take LSU in 15 points?
I don't know why we didn't take that.
That was probably a good one to take. Yeah, actually maybe buy a point.
I don't know, man. You and I see differently sometimes. You see those and you think, oh, LSU is totally going to cover. And I'm like, man.
They're at home in Death Valley in a night game. That you got to think, these Cajun fucks have been drinking all fucking day.
I know. It's going to be rowdy.
It's going to be nuts.
Rowdy.
Yeah.
But I mean,
and they fucking hate Florida anyway because they're the wannabe Cajuns.
Okay. All right. But
LSU in 15 is a good bet. Buy a point if you can. We've already talked about Carolina Duke. USC travels to Oregon. Oregon's a 16-point favorite. What makes this game even better at 10:30 this evening? We will miss this.
I will not probably see a second.
The over-under of this game is 76.5.
Insane.
This has to be the highest one in a while, right?
I gotta imagine. I don't remember.
I haven't seen anything over 70 in a while.
That is
like even when we talked about Oregon and Washington, it was like 62.5.
Yeah, but this could very easily be a 48-42 contest,
right?
If not more.
Hey, you know what? This
could be one of those.
Let's go in and take the over. Throw $10 in a piece. You in?
I'm in.
Let's fucking do it.
You throw it on your side, and I'll send you back your $10.
All right, so we're talking over under here, 76.5 over for sure. I think we're talking both teams scoring the 40s. Oregon's defense isn't great. USC is actually good at offense, so we'll roll with it.
Yeah, but this could be one of those games also that turns into like an overtime game, and you can see like 70 points from like one team.
Oh no, yeah, that's why I think the over is definite here.
Dude, that's a crazy over there.
Yeah, Kansas.
Let's do it. We might as well. We put everything on the lowest under. We might as well put everything on the highest over.
Yeah. So Kansas went ahead and lost today. That's their third now. They were ranked 16th in the nation. Lost to Texas Tech, who was before today 4-5, now 5-5. Lost 16-3 at home, mind you. Just a bad loss for Kansas, kind of falling back into their old ways. To make you not feel so bad, we didn't talk about what happened Thursday night.
No.
Virginia did travel to Louisville and only lost by a touchdown. And it didn't really happen because they were winning by a touchdown going into the fourth quarter. So, I mean, about that, Georgia Tech's still bad, no matter what you think about it. Virginia's bad because they've only won 2 games.
And one of them is against Carolina.
I know.
And it hurts my feelings. Like, that was the game I didn't even think I saw that. And I'm like, that should be a win.
It's a dub.
And then I'm watching it, and I'm just like, this is trash. I can't deal with this.
I agree.
I think the biggest shock of that is the fact of how good Louisville is. I know you hate that conversation or that subject matter, but I thought they were preseason picked to finish like 10th or something in the ACC. Like, I thought they were projected to be like bottom feeders this year.
Virginia?
No, Louisville.
Oh, Louisville. Oh, they were projected to be that way.
Like I thought
they
they
were
were
projected to be
projected to finish
awful.
like 10th or worse or something like that.
No,
in
they
the
were,
season.
because you're talking about a new coaching
Brom's done a good job.
staff. You're talking about just a new playbook, new style, everything. Everything changes. The culture changes. All that kind of stuff changes. So, yeah, I mean, that's kind of expected. But, that's it. So, let's talk about what's kind of happened in college sports before we hop into the NFL. We're already in an hour. So, we got to get to the NFL. Real quick, as we all saw, Harbaugh is out for 3 games.
Yep.
Today was one of those games. He's able to basically do everything he can. He just can't be
On the sideline.
at the facilities of where the game is taking place. So, I think it's bullshit. What kind of information is out there that truly leads to this? We need to take a break real fast. My boss has called me, and that's the most important thing we do.
Yeah. Ooh,
Yeah, that's
that's not a good call.
no. We'll figure out what's happening right here. So we will be right back.
And work emergency over.
Work emergency is over. We're back. All right, dog's back. Coda's here with us.
That's our co-star we did not introduce earlier.
That is the mascot right there. She hangs out. So, all right. Back to more beers. Oh, we didn't even take that shot, did we?
No, but we'll get to it.
Yeah, we'll get to it after the show. The bet here, Washington and Utah. They're on a struggle bus for us.
Yeah, we're on the struggle bus on that one, bro.
Yeah, man. It's
Yeah,
not
that
looking
run,
great.
though. That run is nice.
Oh, man. But
They
long as
down to
one-
the 5. That's good.
let's
That's
see
good.
Washington keep scoring.
Ooh, Miami. 10-7.
All right, so let's see. We're back live. And let's jump into the NFL season.
Absolutely.
Week 10. Birds, best team in football right now. Sitting at 8-1 here going into their bye week. We had a Thursday night game. And man, was it bad. Was it bad?
Hey, you realize we're 4.5 points away from reaching the over in the first half.
High five. That's awesome. See, that was a good bet. Now we just need Washington to cover 9.5 points.
Yeah.
All right, so first game of the week was Thursday night. The Carolina Panthers traveled to Chicago.
And it was terrible. I watched about 15 minutes of it and completely lost interest.
So, as a Panthers fan, or a Panthers owner for that matter, apparently he was the one who was all in on Bryce Young. A Division II quarterback, undrafted,
Yeah.
outplays your number 1 overall drafted quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel?
Who, me? I don't care. I'm not a Panthers fan at all.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying as the owner or as a Panthers
If I was
fan.
David Tepper,
Let's say you're David Tepper. Before we get into all this, here's my context.
he wanted Bryce.
I heard all the scouts in Carolina, everybody in Charlotte was like, CJ Stroud's the dude. This is the guy we want. Let's go get him. But David Tepper fell in love with Bryce Young and said, that's our pick. And, I mean, I get it. You follow the owner's orders and you kind of go with that.
From my understanding,
But do you, as David Tepper, what do you do at this point? You can't hold anybody accountable.
you made the pick.
You made that pick. When everybody else in the camp was telling you to take CJ Stroud.
I actually heard, and I'm not 100%
Well, I'm not on
that-
mine. Mine was all hearsay as well.
is that Young was actually Frank Reich's third choice.
He took Anthony Richardson over him too.
Yep.
That's not surprising.
No, it's not surprising at all, but at the same time, it's just I mean, we were both in agreement before the season, before the draft.
CJ was the guy. I think we all felt that way. We felt Levis
we
was probably
we actually
the best,
didn't like
second best.
any of them.
No, we definitely didn't. But I said if we're going to have to pick from these guys, when we said we're gonna have to pick from these guys, it was C.J. Stroud, it was Will Levis, it was. We might even said it. I didn't say Anthony or Richardson because I put him at the bottom. I thought he was the biggest bust. Probably Bryce Young after that. I didn't think any of these guys were going to be respectable quarterbacks in the NFL. C.J. Stroud's proven me wrong.
Yes.
Anthony Richardson still may. Will Levis possibly could still too.
Yeah.
But Bryce Young's proven me right. So there we are.
I don't like
4.
I don't like short quarterbacks, so I was over it immediately.
No, you definitely had that one picked out from the get go. I did too, but others though.
I don't.
Anyways, how do you hold anybody accountable? Is what I'm saying. As David Tepper being the owner and throwing your weight around out here and saying, nope, this is us. This is what we're doing. I don't care what you think. As the guys I put in control of football operations,
He seems like a meddler.
yeah. What happens?
He's a
with
Jerry
that?
Jones type guy.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm talking to my brother, who's a huge Panthers fan. Is like I'm talking to him, and I'm like, hey, look, he came from an organization that's all about, hey, let's hire the right people to make these football decisions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to be the owner. I'm going to put the people in place to make these decisions.
Well, that's how that goes.
And I mean,
But when you act like Jerry Jones, this is the shit you get.
yeah,
100%.
100%. I don't like it. I don't like meddling owners. I like owners that like, hey, look,
I mean, let's be real. If we were owners, we'd probably meddle.
we would like to meddle, but at the same time, I would think I would have enough.
I think I would have enough confidence in the guys that I put in the places to trust their opinion on a lot of things. And I would be like, I put you here to tell me this is it. Because I'm going to be more of a fan than anything else. If it was up to me, the Eagles would have Benny Snell as a running back right now.
Yeah.
And he's gone to Pittsburgh and proven me completely wrong. And I hate it for it, but at the same time, if you're going to succeed as a running back, Pittsburgh's a very good place to do it.
I mean,
Philly is too. Philly
you would
is
think
too.
that, but
Yeah.
Even Najee Harris is having problems doing that at the moment.
No. So and he's an Alabama guy, so maybe he would be better with an offensive line like Philly. Who knows? But I mean, you look at a guy like Gainwell, and you look at a guy like DeAndre Swift, two opposites, polar opposites, and Swift is super successful here, and Gainwell's not. Miles Sanders was not. So maybe that's what it is. Who knows?
Speaking of another failed Carolina player,
Miles Sanders is not worth a dime in Carolina right now.
he is terrible.
Granted, he went to a bad situation. The offensive line is awful. You got a rookie quarterback. He's in a bad situation, but he got paid. And maybe that's what it is. Miles Sanders got paid. Miles Sanders did he get a Super Bowl ring? No. He came in a year after, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So you can't say he's holding on to a ring.
He took that money.
You got that money.
He took the money.
Good
and
for
what's
him, man.
and what's that?
As a running back in that second contract being everything, he got $7.5 million this year.
It's not even bad. It's not even.
I'm not mad at him.
It's not even a bad contract for a running back.
No,
to
it's
be
not.
honest.
Not for a guy that could be serviceable back there.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I mean, it didn't work out for him. And I hate it for him because, honestly, he would still be in Philly if it was a possibility.
If he would have taken $3.5 million.
Or even less than that at this point.
I mean, they got all of their backs for what?
The same price that he's getting this year. So, yeah. And that includes Swift, who is the number 2 rusher in all of NFL right now.
Yeah, but I think he's on the last. He's at the
He
tail
didn't
end.
even play the first game of the year.
He's at the tail end of his rookie deal, too.
Who, Swift? Yeah,
Yeah.
I know that.
So you guys are going to have to make a decision on him.
Oh, sure. And he'll probably be playing for
Come
another team next
on.
year. Oh,
Somebody
Jesus.
play
Washington.
defense.
Washington, please. You
Play
really have
defense.
to cover. I'm hoping we make it. Don't let them. Just let them tie it right here, and then we got a whole new second half.
I'm cool if they score. Then we already covered her over and we're done.
But no,
We just
I
need
don't want
the-
that.
we need the-
7 got burnt like a motherfucker.
Yeah, he
right
did.
there.
He got smoked.
Holy shit.
And he had to slow down and come back for it. If
Well,
he
the
hits
whole
that
thing
dude in
was
stride-
7 played fucking 15 yards off of him. Jesus. That's a touchdown. On that. Oh, incomplete pass.
Incomplete. Anyway,
Well,
let's stay on the
nice.
NFL track.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Let's get back at it. All right. So Chicago handled Carolina. I mean, with a missed last second field goal
It was
by
still,
Carolina.
yeah, but it was still a terrible game. Terrible, slow.
We
game
all knew it was going to be
watch.
trash. Chicago's trash. Carolina's trash. Carolina, I saw something the other day. Carolina got Bryce Young.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago got, 6 pieces out of this? They got next year's
They got several
number one overall pick.
Oh, it's going to be the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah.
It's going to be. There's no way it's not going to.
There's no way Carolina's turning this thing around and not making it that way. I mean, Chicago, this trade,
You got a
He's
legit
gonna
number 1
turn-
wide receiver.
you got DJ Moore.
Yeah.
You got
Couple extra
you
picks.
got a pick this year. Who was the pick this year they took?
I saw the thing.
He was a defensive guy,
yeah,
right?
yeah, it was like a 2nd or 3rd round guy or something.
No, it was a first round. Who they took in the first round this year?
Well, that's the pick swap
Yeah.
for this year. They got the 9th pick.
Was that better than what they were going to get?
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
I mean, and next year they're going to have the number 1 overall. Who, granted, I'm not taking Caleb Williams at this point.
you know what I do if I'm Chicago?
Trade him.
I trade it.
Yeah, make
I
it.
trade
Turn it into more assets.
I trade it. I trade it in a heartbeat. And here's the thing: why is somebody?
Because guess what? You take Caleb Williams, and let's say he's great. Let's say he comes out and he gets you a 500 record his rookie year. He throws for 3,000 yards. He's a 20 and 15 kind of guy, and he looks great. And he wins Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, but here's the thing:
But guess where you are? Where are you? Where are you?
it still sucks.
Exactly. So why are you not going to decide? I mean, and I'm not saying you're not going to do this because that's kind of wrong because they're not even in the position to really move this thing yet. But let's say they do move it.
I would move it. I think I think it has the potential to where they could get 3 first rounders for their 1. And I do it. I do it in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
I do it in a heartbeat. I trade them.
Number 1 overall.
Here's what I probably do.
Caleb Williams is basically your pick because that's what everybody else says it is. There's teams that want to draft him.
Yeah.
Let's say the Cowboys probably aren't going to miss the postseason this year. They're going to make the wild card. Let's be real. At least. They may even still win the division. Who knows? I mean, the Eagles have a fucking gauntlet to get through.
Yeah, the back half of your schedule is pretty tough.
Well, it's not even really the back half. It's the next 4 games. Really difficult.
Yeah.
Kansas City next week.
Yep.
Buffalo Bills come to town after that. 49ers come to town after that. Go to Dallas after that. Next 4 weeks, it tell a lot about the Birds ski season. If they go 2-2 here, I am a happy person. I'm going to be mad during the pods. Of course, I will be. I'm going to be mad.
You don't care if the 2-2 is. You don't care if they go 2-2 as long as one of the
One of those
the L's
one of those
is
4
Dallas.
is going to Dallas and giving an ass whooping. I would like to beat the Niners too. Hey, I honestly, let's put it all real right here. I will lose the next 2 games to win the 2 after.
Yeah.
If you guaranteed me that we lose to Kansas City and Buffalo, but we are guaranteed to win against the Niners and Dallas, give me that all day and twice on Sunday. Yes. 3 times, 4 times, 5 times on Sunday. Do it all. I want it. I want it. That, please.
I don't know about all that.
Give it to me. Lego. Anyways, all right. We're killing time over here.
We are.
All right. So, yeah, we've established that Carolina is fucking ruined with Tepper.
Yeah.
Tepper needs to take a step back. That's all.
Yeah.
I think
back.
take a step back and be like, all right, I messed up.
Yeah.
All right. Before we get into anything else, DJ Hayden was one of 6 people killed in Houston in a car crash after a car sped through a red light and caused a collision with another vehicle. Hayden was an NFL player, of course, that played at Houston in college. That's crazy.
Yeah. Pretty rough.
That's awful. Oh, man. Hayden, of course, was a DB. He played with the Raiders, the Lions, the Jags, and the Commanders here recently, and recently out of the league. But,
That's a lot.
that sucks, man.
That's a lot of teams.
Yeah, I mean, you jump around trying to stick somewhere, and it just doesn't happen. But still, anybody losing their life, especially in a car accident, that sucks.
But I mean, there's a lot of guys that do that same journey.
Yeah.
If you get 5 years in the league, you've done well.
I mean, you get a couple years in the league, you're set.
Yeah.
Things happen. So, but let's go on to other news in the NFL before we jump into the schedule. Michael Thomas was arrested last night.
Yeah.
Misdemeanor charges of simple battery and criminal mischief.
Criminal mischief.
He was cooperative and booked with no incident. He wasn't causing an altercation. But
did he tell the officer that he played for the Saints?
No, he did not pull an Olave, apparently. Apparently, something happened with a guy doing construction at his house. And not even his house. I think it was in his neighborhood. Thomas yelled at him about the way he parked and then started threatening at him. Who knows what happened. And that's kind of what escalated everything. So I think Michael Thomas probably got in his face, pushed him, and shit happened. I think it says he threw a brick through the guy's windshield.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, that's not going to go well.
No, you're getting arrested for that one.
Yeah, but you should know better. You're better than that. You make more money than he does every day of the week, so stop. So let's go ahead. I don't know if the Lions play the 1 o'clock game, but I just want to touch on this. Your boy Montgomery is returning tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. Whoa. How is that not a flag?
I know that's probably not your favorite thing to see. Damn. Penix is 13 to 26, 50%. He has 200 yards in the air, but he's only throwing the ball 50%. Like, get better. That's pass interference. Holy shit, he never turned his head around.
Never turned his head around and is holding him the whole time.
Yeah, Penix is like, what the fuck, bro? It's 3rd and 4. He's got this.
The Montgomery thing, it worries me, but
that's a catch. Pass interference there?
Nope.
He's holding his shoulder and never turns his head around. Okay.
The Montgomery thing concerns me, but I think they, especially considering the last game, and they got to see what
they got with him.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you have to say
tomorrow says a lot. Yeah, especially for your fantasy football season.
Yeah, it does.
My fantasy football season is in the shitter, so I'm not too worried about it. I just want to ruin everybody else's chance at the playoffs.
Oh.
Hope you don't play me, Steve, because I will try to do everything I can.
I'm struggling.
I will call CJ Stroud and tell him I need another 40-point output.
You need a 40-point output, and you're going to leave him on the bench for it?
Shut the fuck up. That is Deshaun Watson's problem, not mine. Anyways, let's hop into the slate of the NFL games this week.
We start with a 9:30 game tomorrow.
9:30 in Germany. Yes. Frankfurt.
The Colts and Patriots. Barn burner.
Oh, yeah. That was going to be shitty.
The line at the moment is Colts -2.5.
Colts -2.5. I mean, God knows the Patriots suck ass. So, really,
a lot of talk going around that, and I hate to say this, but a lot of talk going around that Belichick could be fired if they lose after this game.
He's not going to get fired mid-season.
I don't think they'll give you mid-season.
They're not going to fire him mid-season. They're not going to fire him at the end of this season. When's the last time he had a fucking awful season? Last year wasn't awful.
He has never had an awful season.
Right. You're not firing
him. When he was the coach of the Browns. That's the last time he had an awful season.
Exactly. He's not getting fired. Who fires this guy? No. Robert Kraft has way too much of a connection with him. You
let this guy leave on his own terms.
Yeah, he leaves on his own terms. You might say, hey, make some changes this year. Let's see where things go. If we don't improve after this year, we suggest you retire and let us move forward.
Well, we see a lot of
But-
people giving like Mac Jones crap. I don't think it's all Mac Jones. I think they just have a lack of talent.
That doesn't
Everywhere.
fit. I think what you're running into with the Patriots is just the lack of personnel that fits the scheme that Belichick wants to run. He's running Mac Jones the same way he would Tom Brady, and that's not going to work.
No.
Let Mac Jones be a little bit more Mac Jones, a guy that kind of he likes to roll out a little bit.
He's a
likes
game
to-
manager. He likes
Well,
he
yeah,
he can
he's
make
not-
plays, but they really need to
he
run
makes
the ball.
he makes plays differently.
Yeah.
Tom Brady would make plays within 3 seconds. Tom Brady is the GOAT for a reason. He made fucking 3 reads in 3 seconds. There's not another quarterback in the fucking league that does that right now.
He made stars out of
Yeah, I
average
mean, just
wide
the most.
receivers.
Yeah, you ever heard of Julian Edelman without Tom Brady? Probably not.
Deion Branch.
Wes Welker. You're not hearing about these guys unless it was Tom Brady.
I mean, the only legit number 1 receiver I ever had was Randy,
Randy
Moss.
Moss.
That was it.
And they traded for him. He wasn't brought in.
And it was freaking dude, and he had like 1,800 yards.
Yeah. Oh no, it's stupid. But anyways, you know what we're saying? It's just crazy. Like you can't run the same type of offense you were with Tom Brady because you don't have Tom Brady. You're not always going to have Tom Brady. Granted, you got Mac Jones and things worked out well for you, but you realize Mac Jones is Mac Jones. Mac Jones is not Tom Brady. Mac Jones is not another guy in the quarterback, in another quarterback in the league. There's not
No.
a guy like him elsewhere.
Yeah. It's not.
So you can't even really compare Mac Jones to anybody else. Like he's a bigger body. He can see over the line, but the way he throws, his arm talent's not exceptional. He doesn't have like a gigantic arm, and he's not exceptionally accurate with the football.
No.
He's a
No.
good quarterback.
It's just average.
He's a-
Average NFL quarterback.
Yeah, he's a good quarterback. So realize what it takes for him to be a game manager, like you would probably have to with Garoppolo if he was
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And then kind of scale it back and work that way and then explore the options you have with him as he develops.
Yeah.
Because you got to remember, this isn't Tom Brady who you're developing into what you want him to be. This is Mac Jones who's kind of already had a spot and he has his highs and his lows, and you got to realize that. He's not Tom Brady who had his highs and lows and
Yeah,
ended
but
up being this guy.
Brady had something different than anybody else I've ever seen. That chip on his shoulder was gigantic.
Well, I mean, it takes a lot, yeah.
Gigantic. He
I mean-
wanted to win. And like
He's still, I mean, even late in his career at 20 years in the league,
he's still fiery.
He was fiery, yeah.
Like I want to win. It like
Yeah, no.
you saw the sideline
he
stuff with
he had
Tampa
the
where
Mamba
I
mentality, man. He had that Kobe mentality, that Michael Jordan mentality. This shit you see with guys that age. You don't see it with a lot of these kids.
no, you don't see it
These
with
kids
this
are
new
like,
generation.
I get to play against my friend here. I get to play against my friend there. And you know what? They're not bought into what the fuck.
That was
Utah?
the play that we missed
Oh, okay.
when we were
They're
gone.
Still up 28.
A little screen pass.
God knows we need a 2 touchdown turn here in the second half.
Yeah. Anyway,
Oh, don't kill me. All right, anyways.
I'll
but-
still take the Colts minus the 2.5.
Yeah, give me Colts 2.5 in Frankfurt. Jeez, Mac Jones has 10 touchdowns and 9 picks this year. Michael Pittman's still leading the Colts in receptions, 58 receptions for almost 600 yards. Zach Moss still leading the rushing game, but Jonathan Stewart's kind of taking that back over. Let's go to the 1 o'clock, first of the 1 o'clock games. Texans at Bengals. Bengals are 6.5 point favorites. Over under is 46.5. Not touching the over under here, but I do like the Bengals at 6.5 point favorites.
I do too.
If I will say the Bengals defensively haven't ramped it up the way they have offensively, CJ Stroud could have himself a day. And
he could.
look at this stat line for a rookie quarterback: 2,270 yards, 14 touchdowns, and a pick.
Dude, fantastic. I didn't see it coming.
You can't act.
I didn't see it coming.
That is fucking phenomenal.
I don't trust Ohio State quarterbacks, and I would have
I
never
don't, but
guessed
these
that
two
either.
what he's the exception. It's cool.
No.
Yeah. Also in that, I think T. Higgins is not playing.
I don't think so.
Is it Higgins? Who's the other? Boyd, Tyler Boyd. It's one of the two of them are not playing tomorrow for the Bengals. Bengals have turned it around. They beat the Bills last week. Joe Cool is back.
He is
right
where we thought he would be.
This is where we thought he would be. We thought, we're thinking this is probably a 6-2 year. 7-1, where that's where Burrow is supposed to be. Took a couple lumps early on, made you question everything, but calf injury went away, and look at him.
I think the calf was lingering.
Oh, I agree.
I think it had a lot to do with his early play because he was atrocious.
The difference in his plays is crazy. No, Joe Burrow is back, and he's like, man, fuck all you guys that doubted me, included Wes. It's like, fuck you, Wes. I got it. I'm back. So, hey, rightfully so, man. High five to you, Joey B.
Yeah.
I was wrong. You still got it, bro.
I like him.
Yeah.
I thought the injury I didn't think it would take that long. Mm-hmm. But it's a calf injury. I'm sorry, dude.
Oh, no. You ever got one of them cramps?
Yeah.
Hey, James was talking about when we went on the round with the boys.
Yep.
He's like, you just like fucking cramp up in the middle of the night, and you're like, oh, motherfucker.
Yeah.
You look like the Exorcist and shit.
Yep. So you like the Bengals -6.5?
Yeah, give me the Bengals 6.5 here.
I like that one too.
Yeah, I mean, you got a totally different Bengals team. Texans are kind of up and down. This one's in Cincy too, so give me the home team, home line. Texans can have 7 points.
Next we have Saints Vikings.
Yeah, this one is that one's tough to really kind of read. New Orleans is a 3-point favorite, which I'm like, fuck, man, I want to stay away from that as road dogs. I do like Derek Carr. You got some tape with Dobbs.
I am not.
Justin Jefferson's probably back this week.
I'm not going anywhere near this one.
No, you steer clear. This one is not a bettable game.
I don't know,
because it ruined us last week.
Did we go the other way this week? Did we go Minnesota?
No, because it bites us in the ass. I promise you. No, but Saints are 3-point favorites on the road against the Vikings, which basically, if it was a home game for the Saints, they say 3 points for a home team.
Yep.
So a 6-point favorite overall in a straight up game. I'm not touching it. I'm not betting it.
I'm not betting it.
I think I take the Saints because defensively they're still a good fucking football team. Give me the Saints straight up money line.
I probably do that.
Saints in the money line game. Then we go to your boys, the Go Pack Go on the road in Pittsburgh against the Steelers. They are 3.5-point favorites at home. Over under 38.5. Tell me what you got. What's the read?
I like it. I'm gonna take Green Bay and the 3.5. Just because I do not trust.
Can you take the green and yellow goggles off for a second?
I'm going to, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm taking.
Okay,
I know Pittsburgh has a better record.
I don't care about records. Records, throw that shit out the window right now.
I do not trust Kenny Pickett at all.
It's tough to, right?
I mean, at all. And what's sad is he literally looks like dog shit for 3 quarters.
Yes.
And then in the fourth quarter, he somehow manages to win games. I don't know how.
Is that right?
I don't know how. And I just don't trust Pittsburgh's offense. The whole Matt Canada thing, I completely get why Pittsburgh fans are so pissed because that offense is terrible.
It's stale and it's not fun to watch.
No, it's not. And you've got good pieces. Pickens is good.
You got Pickens. You got
Johnson.
Johnson is back now. Now you got Deontay Johnson back, and you got 2-3 solid running backs back there.
Yes.
And Pickett has proven he can be good.
Yes. And you're making
that offense. It should be way better than it is.
It should. And I think it's terrible play calling.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a big fan of you got to put the right scheme with the right players, and this is not the scheme.
Well, that's
for these
obvious
guys.
all day, right? You always do that, and there's a reason for it. No, it is bad. Yeah. I'm not touching this one because Pittsburgh's up and down too.
Yeah.
Like they're 5-3, which is surprising to me because like at the beginning of the year, we thought maybe they could even finish last in the AFC North.
I still think they can finish last.
Oh yeah, they definitely can. Don't get me wrong, but right now all of them are in the playoffs.
I know, which is crazy.
That's nuts. But yeah, I don't trust the Packers either because Jordan Love looks bad, and when he looks bad, he is bad.
I know.
He is awful. He is awful.
I have said it 1,000 times. What this team needs to do is run the shit out of the ball and not make him be whine.
Is that a possibility now when you have Gibson and
you still have
Jones?
You still have Dylan. You still have Jones.
I said Gibson. I meant, you know what I meant.
Yeah.
Dylan and Jones are healthy.
But Dylan's look like
Gibson was there last year or year before. I'm way off.
Jones. I mean, Jones has been hurt. Dylan's look pedestrian at best.
He should be way better, right?
He should be. You would think. But I mean, their offensive line
the
is beat
offensive
up.
line is beat up. You know how do you say it?
Bakahari.
Bakatari.
He is not. He's been hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to take Green Bay in the 3.5 just because that's my team.
Mm-hmm.
But again, you know, I don't know. I did it last week and it worked for me, and so I'm kind of riding the trade for the moment. But
nothing wrong with that. I mean, you're giving the team 3.5 points. The Packers haven't gotten blown out by anybody this year.
But
it's not a bad bet.
They haven't looked great either.
No, they have not. No, like I said, Jordan Love is like awful. Let's move on. Like I said, I'll go with you and take the Packers on that one. Sorry. Moving on, Tennessee Titans at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Both teams are 3-5. Tampa Bay is a 3-point favorite at home. Over under is 39.5. As we know, the Titans have a new starting quarterback.
Yes, we do.
He hails from the University of Kentucky. That is Will Levis.
He looked great in his debut and then looked very suspect in second game.
Well, what would you expect? I mean, once a team has a little bit of tape on you, they've game planned for you for a whole week. That's pretty fair.
Yeah.
I think because here's what I took away from week 1 with Will Levis and week 2 with Will Levis. Week 1 came in. Will Levis had nothing to lose.
Nothing.
They're like, dude, you're forced in. You're not, what are you prepared? You don't need to be prepared, right? So he goes in. How many reps does he get with the first team? Probably none. Very minimal.
Very minimal up until that week.
Yeah, right. So he gets thrusted in there. I mean, I bet you Malik Willis had probably more reps with the first team than he did.
Oh, my God.
So what do you do in that situation? This is without me giving you a hint or anything. You are starting for the Tennessee Titans. No reps with the first team. You're a rookie.
Just go wing it.
You're going to wing it. But here's what I've noticed. This is what I noticed after watching that game. What did you notice? What did he do?
He threw the ball to Hopkins.
Right.
A lot.
Is that what you would do, right?
That's what I would do.
It's like, if I have DeAndre Hopkins out here,
that's what I'm throwing the ball.
I'm going to throw the fucking football. I don't care what the name on anybody else's jersey is.
I need to know where this guy is.
That's my first read. And if I can make a second read, cool. But guess what? I'm going back to that first read.
Yeah.
I'm reading that first read.
I don't blame him at all.
If Hopkins is downfield, giving it.
He did the part.
No shit, right?
He did it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I've done.
You're damn right.
I mean, give me any kind of number one receiver in that kind of range, and that's what I'm looking for every time.
Right?
I mean,
wasn't it smart though?
That's been Tannehill's problem.
So what did they do? They took away DeAndre Hopkins from him, so his safety blanket was gone.
Now he's got to find somebody else.
Now he's got to find someone else. He couldn't trust the same way, right? Mm-hmm. So it makes sense. It makes sense. But at the same time, smart play by Will Levis to blow up the first fucking game that he played. Now, how do you adjust? How do you build a rapport with these other guys that you got to throw the fucking football to?
Well, he's getting first team reps now. He's getting
it helps. Yeah, it's gonna
develop.
It's going to develop. It's going to evolve into something that hopefully will be his job going forward. Next 1 o'clock game, 49ers travel across the country on the road in the armpit of the world that we call Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, man. The Niners
We're talking about a 3-game skid right now.
They have looked
This
rough.
is potentially a 4-game skid.
I like the Niners in this game to get back on track.
Yeah, I think Jacksonville's defense has not been there all year, really. It hasn't.
They've been up and down.
Yeah. They've had good games. Don't get me wrong. They've had spots where they've shown up and been better. But at the same time, the more I think about it, like Jacksonville hasn't overly impressed me. There's times where I'm more questionable, like that Atlanta game over when they played in Atlanta. I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah. And yet they keep squeaking out wins.
Yeah. I mean, they're doing what you need to do.
Yeah.
It's the same way I look at the Eagles, you know?
I like the fact that they're feeding ETN a little more and
Smart.
taking a little bit of pressure off of Trevor Lawrence.
Let Trevor get more comfortable.
But
Don't put all the weight on his shoulders.
It is also killing me, and I think it's killing you too, the whole non-factor that Calvin Ridley has kind of been.
Dude, just please don't.
No, I'm just, but it's a real thing.
It is a real thing.
It is a real thing. Like you also thought, dude, that is going to be money.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Calvin Ridley was healthy as fuck because he was just sat out last year.
And it has not been money at all.
Yeah, there's like been 2 games. You're like, high five. Thanks, Calvin. That was great. But no, they haven't been able to build the rapport. San Francisco is a 3-point favorite on the road. 44.5 over under. I'm not touching that.
I like the Niners -3.
I think the Niners, if they're going to get back on,
this is the game.
it's here. Otherwise, the season falls apart here.
It could. They lose this game.
They lose this game. You're 3 games back of the number 1 seed.
It's not even that. Where are they in division?
Well, they'll fall behind Seattle as long as Seattle wins this week. But this is more my thing. Here's the difference between San Francisco being successful in the postseason and not. And it's a home field advantage.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't care if San Francisco plays Dallas. They're going to beat them. That's what happens. They have their number. They know how to play them. They know McCarthy is trash.
They've already done it this year, correct?
They destroyed them this year, and they've done it like the last 3 years in the playoffs. Like, going to happen again, no question. But what I'm saying is the Niners need to have that home field advantage. Because otherwise you're traveling across the country pretty much for any game that you have to play on the road. And if that includes Philadelphia, you're not going to make it through. You're not. I'm sorry. You're not going to play a divisional, or not divisional, but you're not going to play any game on the road in the playoffs in Philadelphia and expect to win or have a really good shot of winning. I'm just telling you the way Philly gets up for games like that, and it didn't really work in our favor in baseball, but in football we've proven it's a different level.
It is. Philly has just done some, you put them in some tight spots, and they have still kind of squeaked them out. They're still rolling through it.
Hey, it builds adversity.
I feel like, and you're not going to like it when I say this, I feel like they have a turd game coming.
No, we had it against the Jets already.
No. That's not a turd game.
That was a turd game.
No, I'm talking about they're going to have it kind of was. But
that was obviously a turd game.
Yeah.
Well, it was against Zach Wilson. Tell me that's not a turd game.
Well, they didn't follow the recipe that everyone else has followed. They didn't run the ball against them.
Oh, no, I understand that. Yeah.
Every team that's run the ball against the Jets has won.
It's won. No, we already discussed the stat and everything. So, no, you run 30 times, and that's what it is. You run 22 times, and you lose.
Yeah, they did.
Makes sense. Yeah. But anyways,
I mean, I feel like they still have another game like that coming.
Yeah, well, hopefully it's one of the next 2. Because I don't mind losing one of the next 2. Just don't lose any games after that.
I'm not sold on Buffalo. I think Buffalo is on the struggle bus.
They are definitely on the struggle bus. They can't put it all together offensively.
No, they cannot.
That's another thing. But anyways, back to the Niners. I think if they do put it back together this year, it's got to be right here. Otherwise, if the Jaguars take this one, you're talking about a 5-4 football team and a team that I mean, this one's already going to be difficult because they're playing on the road at a 1:00 game on the East Coast. You're already behind the 8 ball there. You do get to play at home against the Bucks next week, but here's what you got after that. You got to go on the road to Seattle.
Yep.
Then you're coming across the country and playing Philadelphia.
Yep.
Right? And then immediately the following week, you're playing the Seahawks again. It's not going to get easy for you.
That's a
yes, you'll get a pass when you travel to Phoenix, but then you got to play the Ravens. And you end up the year with the Rams with a spot in Washington right there in the middle, which is nothing. But you know what I mean.
Washington's not a pushover.
It's not going to be a pushover, but let's be real. It's not a task either. I mean, for a team that is stacked as they are, that shouldn't be a task.
Would you say the Eagles are stacked?
The Eagles are stacked.
And they struggled with Washington twice already.
Well, that's a divisional rivalry.
I get that.
That's different.
But it's still
San Francisco comes
happen.
to town. Washington's not going to play them the same way they play Philly. Let's be real. It's the same way. The Rams play them different. Seattle's going to play 49ers different.
Of course not. They're going to be down Chase Young and Montez Sweat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, let's not even mention that. All the trade deadline moves.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next 1:00 game. Divisional rivalry, AFC North, Browns at Ravens. God, hiccups, go
Man,
away.
that is a I want to be on this one so bad. I want the Browns minus the 6.5.
I mean, I do too. I think I even, in my pick'em, I took the Browns with 6.5 points because it is a divisional rivalry game.
I think Baltimore still wins the game.
Browns wins, yeah.
But the
they cover,
Browns
right?
defense
is awesome. They're one of the top 5 in the league right now.
This could
in
be
passing and rushing defense.
Baltimore's got the number 1 overall defense at the moment, which I thought is just crazy.
They're good. But have you looked at the Ravens schedule?
It's been pretty other than the Lions.
It's pedestrian.
Other than the Lions.
It's pedestrian. Look, I'm going to tell you. They played the Texans. They went on the road to Cincinnati when Cincinnati was struggling.
Yeah.
They played the Colts. They were at the Browns early on, and that was without Deshaun Watson.
What was the score in that game?
28-3.
Ooh.
Then they played at the Steelers, and that's the one they lost. That's the one where everybody was puzzled. They also lost to the Colts, which was kind of weird. But that was, early on in the season, things happened. Since then, they've played the Titans, Lions, Cardinals, and the Seahawks. And the Seahawks, now, that's probably their most impressive game of the year.
The Seahawks game?
Yes.
More impressive than the Detroit game? They
Yes.
destroyed Detroit.
Well, see, that was impressive early on, but they were at home. Well, actually, they were at home against Seattle too, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
that
they were.
Detroit
Okay, never
game
mind.
was just...
Yeah, no, that one was that was impressive.
That was the game that, because, I've kind of been riding that Detroit bandwagon a little bit, even though I am a Packers
because you
fan.
got 3 guys in fantasy football.
I know. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, man, they're good.
Yeah.
They've been doing what they're supposed to do.
No.
I mean...
Yeah, sure. No, you're right.
They're
But
still fine.
I don't know. I felt like that was very impressive what they did against Seattle because it was like, all right, what they did against Detroit was like, oh, wow. What happened? Detroit's offense was just, nothing. But they also did to Seattle, who's had a decent offense all year too.
Here's the thing about Seattle.
But they've also done it at home. Win something on the road that's meaningful, and let's go forward. Not that it really truly matters, but the way the Ravens have been playing, they're probably the best football team in the league right now.
Maybe.
Who are you going to put over them?
Honestly, man, I still I know the Eagles aren't beating people the way they should.
No, our defense is bad.
But here, still,
I'm the biggest critic too.
You're still starting a lot of young guys on that defense.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of young guys.
It's true.
Look at this. Look at this quarterback comparison right now.
13 of 17 for 237. Someone get to Bryson Barnes, please. Jesus Christ.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But I mean, no, I still like the Eagles. I think they're doing.
So you think head to head right now, neutral field, Eagles Ravens. Eagles take it?
I think it's a close game, but I think Eagles can take it. I
think so too.
35, 32,
Oh yeah,
38, 35
a little bit
game.
more, yeah. high scoring.
Or it goes completely the opposite way.
10-7,
13-10. Yeah.
that kind of shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
Like both defenses actually show up.
Yeah, no, you're right. It could be.
I mean, that's what I'm seeing.
So let's in the aspect that we need to move forward and move forward fast. The Browns, you're going to take the Browns at 6.5 points given to them, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I would do that.
I'm going to take the Ravens and probably buy half a point, make it even, or sell a half a point and make it 7. Why not?
right.
4:05 slate. Falcons at Cardinals. I fucking hate Arthur Smith.
I do too, and he shaved his mustache. And now it looks weird.
No, he didn't shave it off. I knocked the fuck off his face because he will not run Bijan Robinson at all.
No.
I drove to Atlanta and knocked it clean the fuck off his face.
Dude, he doesn't run Bijan.
So if he doesn't run Bijan this week, we're going to have more problems. He won't have any hair left. I'm going to go beat the fuck out of him.
Bijan is by far. Dude, he's got 2 very talented young pieces in Bijan and Kyle Pitts.
Don't forget Drake London.
London's there too. Yeah, you got 3 very young talented pieces.
Throw the fucking football. And Tyler Heineke, who's a proven guy.
He had some bad plays last week.
Oh, no, but let him get into a rhythm, you know? This is a new team, too.
They're a guy that needs, Ritter's trash. And I think they know that.
We knew that.
Yeah, we knew that.
We told him that at the beginning of the year. Like, this is dumb.
Yeah.
Didn't we predict Atlanta to finish last in the AFC or NFC South?
No, I think we were still both on the
Tampa?
Carolina trip. I think we were still in Carolina.
I thought we bought into Bryce a little bit more.
No,
I mean, we weren't bought.
No,
we didn't buy.
no,
We didn't
no.
buy in. But I felt like
I felt their
Bryce
defense
Young's
was
gonna
going to be better.
We felt like their defense would be better, and we felt like Carolina's quarterback Bryce Young was going to be better than Ritter.
I feel like
Right?
what we said,
We said
was, yeah, we said Bryce Young was going to be
I
better
think
than
Carolina was going to finish third. I think we said Saints, Bucks, Panthers.
What I do know we said is probably the winner of this division is going to be right around that 500 line, if not below.
No, yeah, we said what? What was that going to be? The 9-8 mark, the 8-9 mark?
Yeah.
That was it. Yeah, for sure.
That's
Falcons are on that path at 4-5. Kyler Murray returns this week, which we have not mentioned. Ooh, God, throw it! Oh, you bastard! Oh, you fumbled.
My God,
you moron! Oh, that's not good for us.
You didn't see the beginning of that play. That was just bad from the beginning.
You know what's happening? Oregon might win the Pac-2.
No.
Yeah.
No. Look, that's the beginning of the
Utah lost to Florida, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of their losses is to Oregon.
Yeah.
So if Oregon, Utah, and Washington all lose to each other, and they'll have one loss in the conference, Oregon.
Yep. Washington still plays Utah in the Pac-12 championship. I think Utah is still in the South.
Oh, is it that way?
Yeah, I think it's still that way because we were talking about that last week because I wish it wasn't that way because I want to see Washington, Oregon again.
Me too. Yeah,
that game
you're
was
right.
fantastic.
You're right. All right, let's get back to it.
Yeah. What's next?
Kyler Murray's return this week. He has to put down the sticks to actually go out and play football this week.
Did you see the press picture this week?
No.
Oh my God, it's great.
Is it?
Yeah, it's him standing there, and the football is like huge, and it's him holding it, and it just looks huge. Like it's hilariously funny.
That's awesome.
Like you see it, and you're like, oh God, that's great.
Yeah.
That is great. But anyway, no, I'm not a fan of Murray at all.
No, we both aren't.
I'm not.
Been big advocates against him. We feel like, hey, if anybody has a shot at the number 1 overall pick, the Cardinals are also in this conversation.
The Cardinals are.
And they're prime position to take the guy that's 4 hours away.
Yeah, but the worst part about the Cardinals is they've semi-committed to a guy.
Oh, yeah, no, I get it.
Like, dude's already guaranteed, like, what, 160 million or something like that, 140 million.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, they've committed to the guy. So, like, it's not something they can just turn over.
No, I mean, you're absolutely right.
It's not.
That's a tough one.
If I'm the Cardinals, if you really committed to that and you end up with a pick like that, you do the same thing we're talking about with Chicago. You trade the pick.
Yeah, I think so too.
You move out
just
of
rock with it and then, suck again next year because, hey, it's Kyler Murray. You're going to suck next year too. So see what's out there.
Get multiple picks, improve your team overall.
Yes, I like that. Fill the other holes that are necessary first and foremost.
Look what Seattle's going to do with all the Denver's picks.
Yeah, no, they're going to be fine. And Denver sucks this year too. So look at them. They're going to be picking high again.
Yeah.
Everything's great. All right, to the next game. Lions at Chargers. This one's probably going to be one of the best 4:00 games. Lions are 3-point favorites on the road and 48.5 over under. Give me the over on this one all day.
I like a lot of points in this game.
Yes, me too, sir.
I like a lot of points in this game.
Over 48.5. That one, you slam it as hard as you can. I mean, slam, slam, slam.
I need to change my defense this week.
Who's your defense? The Lions?
I actually have the Lions and the Packers defense, so I think I'm gonna go with the Packers defense against Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's a better option. Over. Slam it, dude. Slam it. I think that's your 48.5. Really? That's probably the lock of the week, right?
I would go with the over on
that.
the
over under of Washington, Utah was definitely lock of the week. We are killing that right now.
Oh, we're killing it.
Yeah.
We're just losing it on the other side.
Yeah, we are. But hey, right now there's still a lot of game left. We'll watch that afterwards. We got 2 warm ass shots waiting on us.
All right, let's keep moving.
Anyways, yeah, sorry. But yes, take the over under in the Chargers Lions game, 48.5. Guarantee money right there. All right. Next, Giants at Cowboys. Cowboys are a 17-point favorite, 38.5 over under. Go ahead, take the Cowboys 17.
Yeah.
Fucking take the over. God, this could be another 40-0 game.
It's just gonna be bad.
Yeah, this is awful.
Bad.
Daniel Jones is out for the year. Saquon Barkley's probably checked out mentally. That defense is awful for the Giants.
I hate betting on the Cowboys.
Brian Daboll's out, right?
Is he out, or do you roll with him one more year because he is fighting the injury bug like it's nobody's business? I mean, you've lost your first and second string quarterback to injury,
and they look better with the second string.
They did look better with the second string.
Not much, but they did. I don't know, man.
I'm still not sold on their offensive weapons other than Saquon.
No.
Even
their wide receivers are trash.
They're terrible.
Their offensive line is trash.
Mm-hmm.
Their quarterback plays trash.
Well,
Daniel Jones sucks. Be real. Daniel Jones sucks.
Yeah, but when you have a second and a half to throw the ball and somebody's going to hit you, you're going to suck.
He sucks anyway.
I understand.
What is this? His sixth year?
I get it, but they've committed to the guy. What they need to do now is give the guy.
Oh, you got to. You can't do anything else. Otherwise, you're paying him.
Yeah, you committed to the guy.
You're taking dead cat money. You're pulling an Eagles move. You want to suck for a year? By all means, there you go. Luckily, we had a Jalen Hurts to fall back on. You got Tyrod Taylor,
who's not the answer.
Move on. I mean, he's a better answer.
He ain't the better answer.
Who you taking? Tyrod Taylor or Daniel Jones right now? Give me Tyrod Taylor. He looked better.
I think Daniel Jones' confidence is just beat up.
Daniel Jones sucks.
Dude, Daniel Jones
sucks.
How many times has he been hit in just the couple in the games he played?
Okay, so he's got some CTE.
billion fucking times.
And maybe that contributes to why he sucks.
Dude, fuck. If you're getting sacked every other fucking play.
Hey, man.
You're getting hit every other play.
You should decide there. All you
it's not about him. It's not about him if you're getting hit.
Come on, bro. Everything.
If you're getting hit
looking at bitches
every
on
other
the
play.
Internet now?
No, it was the ad from ESPN because my computer died. But I'm just saying, if you're getting hit every other play,
Okay. I mean, we could harp on Daniel Jones all day. Let's not.
I'm not trying to kill Daniel Jones. I mean, I've got.
I am. I'm killing him. Fuck the Giants.
I mean, I've got the same issue with Washington too. They're getting Sam Howell killed, and Sam Howell is still somehow managing to play okay.
Exactly. That's the thing. You adapt to the situation that's there. Daniel Jones can't. Daniel Jones just holds on to the ball and fucking gets hit. Speaking of the Commanders, they are on the road in Seattle. Seattle needs a bounce back week. They're 6-point favorites at home. Commanders fresh off a new defensive look.
Yes.
Commanders are going to lose by more than 6 here. Over under is 44.5. Not touching that one. I do not trust Geno Smith anymore. Give me Seahawks -6 right here. I'm a fan of that.
I like the Commanders +6.
All right. With the defense that they got now, they're not going to put any.
Their defense hasn't been doing anything all year anyway.
They were able to put pressure on the quarterback. They can't do that now. The two guys that were the reason they could put pressure on the quarterback is gone. They're both gone.
They weren't. They
were putting pressure on the quarterback. They were forcing the ball out of the pocket.
They're still getting.
Now they can't fucking do it.
They were still giving up 30 points a game.
Doesn't matter. At least they were. Now you get guys super comfortable back there. You go let a guy like Geno Smith. That's what makes Geno Smith good, is being comfortable.
You want to put an individual bet on this one?
No, I don't. I fucking Seattle, man. Fuck Seattle.
You want to go that bet, and we'll call it even for the Jets bet.
No. Oh yeah, I guess we could. Yeah, Seattle covers 6. Fuck it.
No way.
Yeah, they're covering. They'll cover it. You have too much hype behind fucking Sam Howell.
I like Sam Howell a lot.
I know you're behind him way too much here.
How am I behind him way too much? Look at all the guys in that draft so far that got drafted with him.
No, I know.
He has by far played the best.
I know, but you're also looking at, like, Seattle has a decent defense.
Seattle does have a decent defense.
And
I'm
they're
not
at home.
disagreeing that.
Washington's traveling across the country.
And Seattle, Geno Smith, who could throw for 300 yards or could throw 4 picks.
So can Sam. Come on, Steve. Turn your phone off.
It was the home screen. I don't know what that was.
All right. Anyways, all right, cool. I got the Seahawks. You got the Commodes.
I'll take
All
the Commodes.
Yeah, take the Commodes. Night game tomorrow is Damn, 2 primetime games in a row for the Jets. The Aaron Rodgers effect that has really burned
the NFL. Dude, they have like 8 primetime games.
Yeah, you know how bad this was going to be? The Jets at the Raiders. Oh, God, this is going to be awful again.
God.
Yeah.
What's sad is I watched a little bit of the Raiders game last week, and like they look so excited. They were so excited that Josh McDaniels was gone.
I mean, it's a new team now, right?
It's new everything. GM, head coach, everybody's going.
The Jets are only a point favorite on the road. Give me the fucking Raiders. I'm taking the Raiders at home.
The Raiders on the points? I'm in.
Yeah. Raiders at home. The over-under on this was 38.5. Not touching that because I don't trust either offense.
Pass interference.
Oh, about time. God knows. They've been holding Washington all game.
All game.
Yeah. All right, anyway. Monday night, we are Broncos at Bills. Oh God.
Terrible game, too.
The thing is, the Broncos have shown up on teams they're not supposed to show up on.
You ain't got to tell me. I know.
You definitely know.
I know.
I mean, but they beat Kansas City, too. What?
That's that NFL script. That's keeping it real.
Keeping people like,
keeping bettors off
people like us. This is your lock of the week.
This is ridiculous.
Got him. That's what we want to see. Come on, Washington, more points, baby. As we keep interrupting the game.
Yeah, my bad. Let's keep rolling.
No, we're good. That's what we do. You know what we should do going forward with the stream? We should have the game we're watching below what we're doing.
We can't.
Huh?
Can't broadcasting rights.
Fuck that. I don't care. I'm going to go until someone tells me to stop.
All right.
Watch me. Anyways.
That would be a cease and desist immediately.
Okay. At least we get that first.
Yeah.
Anyways. And then we'll start doing the NBC games. But Broncos at Bills. God, this is going to be awful. Bills are 7-point favorites. Their offense is definitely better. Broncos defense has stepped up, though. has been better. They got a couple young guys on their side, on that side of the ball that have looked really good.
Yeah, I've been having the argument with my brother for 2 or 3 years now over Patrick Surtain and who did Carolina take that year instead of him? The kid from South Carolina, J.C. Horn.
Oh yeah, that's that.
And I'm like, dude, you still take Horn? Oh, Horn's a better player when he's on the field, but that's the problem. He's never on the field. That's why Surtain is one of the better young corners in the league.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's no Sauce, but
definitely not.
Oh my God, dude. I haven't seen anything like Sauce since probably Dion.
That's about right. For sure.
Anyway, but yeah, no, I'm Bills all day over Broncos.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm in on that one.
Yeah. Anyway,
that wraps up the NFL season.
First stream in the book?
First stream is in the book. NBA in-season playoffs are happening. Started yesterday. Courts fucked up. Fuck that.
Dude, it's weird looks, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't deal with it.
It's like seizurous causing.
I don't know, man. It just gives you, it fucks with your eyesight, man. The vision, that's a fucking false start. Man, anyways, that pisses me off. Yeah, NBA season's got their in-season tournament going on. Check it out. The courts are fucked up. Philly is 1-0 in their little group, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, they're doing like pool play and stuff like that.
Pool play, you get one from each team that advances, and there's one wild card out of each conference that advance. So that's how that works. Interesting to see how that has any effect on the season. I think we talked about this before, right? I said, if we're going to do this, let's play the young kids in this tournament, see what we got in them.
Yeah.
And go from there. Because I feel like that's what's going to happen. It's not like, granted, yesterday we saw Embiid play, right? And I'm cool with that. That's fine. But I don't want to win this in-season tournament. Who gives a fuck?
You got to be pretty stoked.
Like, who's remembering the in-season champ?
You got to be pretty stoked that they've looked good since the Harden trade.
We looked real good since the Harden trade. Nick Nurse got a bunch of, fucking teammates for James Harden. And there was a dude from Dallas that roasted fucking James Harden the other night. Fucking killed him. Said, you're not the beard. You're not the system. You're the problem. Mic drop. I'm like, yo.
I know he is.
He is the problem.
He is.
Everywhere he's gone, he's the problem. He wants to point fingers everywhere else. But the reality is, James Harden is the problem. You are the problem.
How about stay in shape and play defense?
Stay in shape, please.
Stay in shape, play defense.
He can play defense as a thing.
He can.
He only plays it in the playoffs.
He chooses not to.
Yeah, no.
He didn't even play it in the playoffs.
He did this year.
Okay, he did it in maybe game 1 and game 2. And
Anyways.
Then you saw it.
No, man, it was trash. Don't get me wrong. He was trash.
You saw it firsthand. You were a Sixers fan. You saw it. It was garbage.
I watched every fucking game of the playoffs this year.
And it was terrible.
Oh, no, it definitely was. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Oh, fucking PBRs. You want PBR?
I'll take a little PBR.
You're damn right you are. Anyways.
To celebrate the pod, we'll break it open with a good PBR. Here, I got it.
You got it?
Yeah.
So, celebrate with PBR.
Thank you for everyone watching.
Yeah, it was cool to see people actually tune into this thing. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
We will be doing this again every week.
Yeah, now that we got this, hopefully we will advance the way the stream works, all this good shit. A lot going on. Maybe a new computer might be in the works here. We'll see.
I think we definitely don't need to do 2-hour shows.
Yeah, whoops. But you know what? It is what it is. Fuck Dallas. All right, Rob. Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to the first stream down.
Yep.
Let's go. We'll holler at y'all on the back end. Holla.